this video is really to reach out to people who I don't know in the state of Florida, because I don't really know anybody in Florida in the trades. This past summer, I had in mind something that I wanted to do. Two things, actually. Two things. One, I wanted to get out of Ohio for the winter time for longer than I usually do. Second idea was to better organize and deploy my tool setup. As winter was approaching, I scheduled work for the spring so that I could get out for the winter and not be encumbered by commitments I made through the winter time. I'm Anthony Delaro. Over the last 20 years, most of my days have been focused on working as a remodeling contractor. From doing work and solving problems for customers specific to what they're trying to accomplish, I've managed to learn a lot over the years about the different trades. I've had a lot of fun. I've met some good people, a good number of people who are knowledgeable and helpful, who know a lot about specific areas, or even some people know a lot about, it seems like, everything. So whether it's framing, finishing, electrical, plumbing, tile, working outside, building fences. It's a lot of fun to get outside. I try to learn from guys that do that specific thing all the time. With remodeling, you have to be able to be pretty flexible to meet your customers' needs. You've got to know when to call in people who know more than you. And you're stupid if you don't. Of course, you want to learn more. I like to have fun with whatever I do, and I like to do a really good job. I like to make sure that I'm providing the best quality work, because that's really a reflection of who you are. It's part of what makes it enjoyable. I found that one of the best ways to keep people happy to help you is to be helpful to them, to come through for them, to do a good job when you do some work for someone that they refer. So I do like to keep good rapport with people who are knowledgeable and helpful, people I can learn from. I'd rather be the small fish in the big pond than the big fish in the little pond. But I want to show you the trailer build out, give you an idea of how I work, how I've set things up for work. So I built out the trailer to be a mobile workshop with power connections. So you can plug in actually two 20 amp power connections if you've got extension cords and you're working where you have those available, or just use one of them. On this side, I have the conduit vent to enable hauling sheet goods behind the framing and behind the miter saw tables. The table saw can roll down the ramp to get put to use. Anything can get set up behind the trailer and put to use and plugged in the GFCI, or the table saw can plug right there into one of these two outlets and used inside the mobile workshop. The miter saws work as materials catches for it, so you can slide your cut all the way into the trailer up to 10 feet if you have to. Here I've got the 12-inch sliding AC powered miter saw and a table above the shop vac, and next to it is a cyclone dust collection system, and it's under the table for the 7¼ inch lightweight battery operated miter saw. This saw is really good for cutting lighter stock, picking up and carting outside the trailer if you like, when you don't need a powerful worm drive saw. And in this corner of the mobile workshop, weighing in at 20 amps of capacity and 12 gauges of wire, two conduit runs, one GFCI, we can work out the back. You also got this outlet above for the LED light, or the shop vac below if you don't want the shop vac to run on the same circuit as the saws. Secured with a 2x4 that's routed out and connected to the metal framing of the trailer. This battery bank comes off the wall. It's got the French cleat system there, just a little 45 cut, and a 45 cut piece of 1x cedar on the wall as well. Lots of cedar in here. I got some great deals on cedar, and the framing and a lot of this 1x is cedar. lightweight, so it's good for keeping the weight of the trailer down as you haul around all these toys. I'm using batteries for drills and a multi-tool for the most part. That's it for me. I use the lower voltage drills for applications like hanging cabinet doors, and the slightly heavier drills for fastening construction screws, and the 18 volt Milwaukee for putting an auger bit through some lumber. This build out approach has really been helpful. A way to keep lots of tools handy, at the ready, organized, and you use less time fumbling around looking for things, whether it's a tile saw, nailers, routers, sanders, speed squares, clamps. The things I use the most are at the ready, including the zip wall. Don't want to make a mess when you're using that tile saw. So if you believe you could use the help of a skilled, clean living, hard-working craftsman, and you are a skilled, clean living, hard-working craftsman, please be in touch. I'd love to meet you. Contact me at 330-962-8969, Anthony Michael Delaro at gmail.com, and take a look at delaroservicecompany.com. Thank you. Almost forgot my cell phone. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.